Sometimes I hate Minnesota. It is December 15th. There is no snow on the ground anymore because it's been raining all night and we're supposed to get a thunderstorm today because it's 45 degrees. Why? Like, people who say climate change and global warming isn't real, tell you something, it's never been like this in December. December is always cold and full of snow. It should not look like March right now. If we don't have snow for Christmas, I'm going to be so disappointed. A high of 48 today with thunderstorms, and then Friday it drops back down to 18 degrees. Alright, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another week of Wyatt's Pick'em Wednesdays. We are on week 15 now, and this is a weird week because we've got 2 Saturday games. I kind of forgot about that. They announced it a while back, but it just kind of escaped my head. So, something to look forward to, and we've got a fuller week of football. Well, not any more full than the usual, but, well, actually, there isn't a bye week, but I'm saying in the fact that instead of football on 3 days, we get it on 4, and I actually prefer that. I wish that they could actually just make it so there's a game every single day, but I understand with scheduling that would be impossible. One quick thing before we hop into it, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. Alright, on to the video. Alright, so kicking off with Thursday Night Football, we've got the Chiefs at the Chargers. It's going to be a fun game, but unfortunately the Chiefs are still going to terrorize the AFC. I knew it. I knew when they hit rock bottom and they started to bounce back that this was going to happen. And not to my surprise, here it is. I'm expecting a back and forth battle the entire time, but at the end Andy Reid pulls ahead. Chiefs win 34-28, exciting game. And moving on to our first Saturday game, we have got Vegas at Cleveland. I'll match Cleveland's total from last week. They win 24-17. Okay, look, I don't think the Browns are nearly back at their peak, where they were at the beginning of this year, end of last year. But Vegas is in the Britney Spears head shaving stage of their relapse, and Stefanski's not dumb enough to miss an advantage like this. Also, Derek Carr does not handle pressure the way it is. Myles Garrett, no. That's gonna mix like putting me and Sean Payton in a room. Browns win. And moving on to the other Saturday game, it should be a good one. We've got the Patriots at the Colts. JT, baby, he can save Buffalo. He destroyed it and he can save it. Patriots are really good and the Colts are really tough. I'm expecting this to be a defensive battle. However, one of these teams has the best healthy running back in football, and I think he is good enough to power through the Patriots defense enough to hold a lead. I am the biggest Colts fan in the world this week. I got Indianapolis beating the Patriots 20-14. And moving on to Sunday, we've got Carolina at Buffalo. I had people comment last week being like, dude, he always picks Buffalo. Yeah, that's my fucking team, no shit. And I don't think they've ever been in a position where they're just going to get blown out. I think they've had people pick them every single week. I'm not nuts for it, and I'm going to pick them here against Carolina. Not that I'm the most confident person in the world, I'm not, but I'm confident that they are better than Carolina. Carolina doesn't have a quarterback. Cam is fucking horrible. Sam sucks. PJ sucks. McCaffrey can't stay healthy. Without him, Chuba is not nearly the same player. Buffalo can score 2 to 3 times. I think it's going to be enough to put Carolina away. I don't expect them to put up shit on the Bills. Even without Tre'Davious White, especially after getting their shit together in halftime last week. Jordan Poyer can serve as the man in that secondary, and he can do whatever they need him to. I'll say weirdly low scoring, but the Bills win 21-16. And up next, we've got the Jets at Miami. Miami 17-7. The Jets fucking suck. Now, Miami is coming up on Buffalo. They're red hot on their ass. Thankfully, Buffalo has beaten Miami twice already, but this should be an easy win for Brian Flores to continue their hot streak. Sorry to take a dump on the Jets. Well, I'm not really sorry, but I just think that they're absolutely terrible. Moving on to our next game, we've got Washington at Philadelphia. To your guys' shock, I am picking the Eagles to win by 1 point. 21-20. I love Washington. I have been very high on Washington, but let me speak about something that I saw that's just not sitting right with me. Both of these guys are 6-7. Overall, as a team, Philadelphia has scored 70 more points than Washington and allowed 30 less. Statistically, that's just saying Philly is substantially better than them. Now, I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think Washington is loaded with talent. And as much as I like them and want them to succeed, it looks like the bad is just outweighing the good. Not sure if I said the actual score yet, but Philadelphia wins 21-20. Moving on to the next game, we've got Arizona at Detroit. I'm sorry, Dan, but why? Why did people think that the Lions were a new team after they beat the Vikings? They beat the Vikings. No offense to my own team, but it's the Vikings. Kind of their thing. They fuck up in the worst situations possible. Detroit is still ass. The Cardinals are angry, and they're gonna feed. Huge rebound and dominant win by Cliff and the boys, 30-13. I got Arizona. Moving on, we've got Dallas at the Giants. Upset alert? What's up with Dak? What's up with Danny? Danny's not really healthy. Dak's really not playing good. Anything could happen in this game. Realistically, I still have Dallas beating the shit out of New York just because it's the Giants. Now, of course, I'm not saying that the Giants absolutely can't win this game. I just don't expect them to, because even on Dak's worst day, I think Tony Pollard and Zeke are both better than Saquon. So no matter who's hot that day, they've got offense to get them down the field and outscore New York. New York quite literally just has nothing. Moving on to the next game, we've got Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Without that offense, Tennessee is not the same, and wow, has Ryan Tannehill been bad this year. I can't pick the Titans here. I know that a lot of people probably are going to, but I think the Steelers are honestly a better team, and I think they're a better coach team right now. Now, I'm not going to lie, on their offense, nobody blows me away outside of Najee Harris, but their defense is able to come up with big plays, and Mike Tomlin is never out of it. We just saw it against Minnesota. With how Tannehill's been playing, though, and without Derrick Henry, I'm taking Pittsburgh here to win. Close game, 28-24. Up next, we've got Houston at Jacksonville. I mean, seriously, I say it every week, but this might be the worst game I've ever seen. I was actually on a podcast for the You Betcha guys, and they asked me this question: if the Jags lose, is Urban gone? Personally, I think Urban's gone regardless, but I don't think the Jags are going to lose this game. I just don't know what the hell to predict here. I got the Jags winning 7-0. Moving on, we've got Atlanta at San Francisco. San Francisco wins 30-14. They're just better than the Falcons. Now, the thing about the 49ers that I don't like is they look different every single week. But overall, when on the same page, I think they're actually a really decent team. And even on their worst day, I think they're more than capable of steamrolling the Atlanta Falcons. I don't have it being very close at all. San Francisco dominates. And moving on to my random pick of the week, because I don't know who to choose here, we got Cincinnati at Denver. I want to say Cincinnati is a far better team, but unfortunately Denver's defense can outweigh Cincinnati's offense, possibly. Alright, so here we are back at the Magic 8 Ball. So far this thing is 2-0. It does not lie. Magic 8 Ball. Are the Broncos going to beat the Bengals? Yes. Are you sure about that? Are you absolutely certain that the Broncos will beat the Bengals? My sources say no. Okay, we're going to pull this shit again. I'm going to ask you one final time, 2 out of 3. Will the Broncos beat the Bengals? You may rely on it. This thing doesn't lie here. We're going with Denver. I don't got a score, but I got an outcome. The Ponies destroy the Tigers. Sounds like a high school state championship game. Broncos beat the Bengals because the Magic 8 Ball said so. Moving on to the next game, we've got Green Bay at Baltimore. Lamar is going to be okay, but unfortunately Green Bay is just way too fucking good. Rodgers is turning into Godgers. And John Harbaugh doesn't have a choice to do anything other than get on the ground and pray to the gods above that Matt LaFleur will spare him and his team and not banish them to the shadow realm. It doesn't matter what the Ravens do. It doesn't matter what Lamar does. Aaron Rodgers is going to hold out his staff, slam it into the ground, and Baltimore shall not pass. Close game though. Green Bay wins 26-20. Moving on, we've got Seattle at the Rams. Okay, listen to me, LA. Don't fuck this up. Easy win that you guys are going to need to stay with Arizona because they're facing the Lions. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Jalen Ramsey. I know OBJ has COVID. Even with that, I think the Rams are still good enough to beat Seattle. Aaron Donald's on a hot streak, and Matt Stafford has Cooper Kupp, and that's all he needs. We saw it for the first, 8 weeks of the season? Man's unguardable. It could be a close game. I kind of have it there just because, but the Rams are winning 24-17. Moving on to Sunday Night Football, we've got the Saints at the Buccaneers. Same thing I said about this last time. Tampa Bay wins 34-31. It is close for no reason other than the fact that it's Tom Brady versus the Saints. I don't see a scenario where New Orleans could get away with the win. I didn't see it last time, but I mean, they are absolutely destroyed compared to the team that they were. But because it's Brady versus the Saints defense will probably play lights out, and Trevor Siemian or whoever's starting will look like a god. Honestly though, after last week, I'm not one to come up with excuses. All I'm going to say is karma's a bitch, Tampa, so he might be coming for you. And moving on to Monday night, we've got Minnesota at Chicago. Kind of a grudge match now. I've got some beef with the Bears. Now, unfortunately, I'm a Vikings fan, meaning I know that the Bears will kick our ass at least once this year. Whether I want it to happen or not, it's going to happen. They always do it. Now, this is in Soldier, so more than likely this is going to be the game it happens. However, I refuse to believe it. Even though deep down I know we are probably going to get our asses beat, I am picking Minnesota because fuck the Bears. Minnesota's defense is only allowed one more point than the Chicago Bears. Their offense has outscored Chicago by 113. Justin Jefferson is going to march into Soldier Field on Monday night, and it's not going to be Monday Night Football. It's going to be Monday Night Raw. He is going to take his cleat and shove it right up Justin Fields' ass. It's hilarious, though. This game is the battle of horrible coaches, honestly. The terrible twosome. Vikings win 31-27. Alright guys, and there you have it for my Week 15 NFL predictions. If there's anything you disagree with or anything you agree with and would like to express it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to read it. If you guys did like this video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my absolute best to post every single day. All that stuff being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. If you're interested in following any of my social medias or my second YouTube channel, that will be in the description of this video as well. Weird intro, I kind of interjected that. Anyway guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. As always, I will see you in the next video.